What's up, everybody? Fortexfiend here. Welcome back again to the channel with some more content on SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. And yes, I have brought the webcam back. A few weeks ago, or literally like 2 months ago, I was dealing with some personal issues. I didn't really want to show my face on camera, but all is well now, and I'm just going to be moving forward. So for this video, and I'm going to be doing this once a week for the month of March, I'm going to be creating these videos based on like a anniversary countdown-ish type of a thing, because as we know, SD Gundam G Generation Eternal's 1-year anniversary is coming very soon in April, because this game did launch last year in April. And what I'm going to be doing with these countdown type of videos is I'm going to be going over either speculative things that we'd like to see, or even some quality of life that we'd potentially like to see implemented for the anniversary to further enhance our experience for this game. Now, full disclosure, I haven't really played any of the console or PC versions for SD Gundam, so if anything that I talk about may not make sense for console versions of the game, just keep in mind that I'm coming at this from a Gacha's perspective, because since a Gacha game is generally live service, we'd like to constantly see improvements made to this game, and that's what they've been doing moving forward since this game launched, and might as well continue to give them feedback so that way they can keep us happy, keep the players happy, and of course, you know, gain a little bit more traction for this game moving forward. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and begin this countdown anniversary video, and the topic is going to be some quality of life things that I personally and others that I've talked to would like to see implemented for this game, especially for the anniversary. I think if they implemented some of these ideas in the anniversary, it definitely would be really cool. And I'm going to be focusing on 3 things in particular, or at least 3 or 4, okay? So the first things first is we're going to jump right into the shop, and I'm going to target specifically the Capital Shop and the G Shop. Now, what do I want to see improve with these particular shops? Well, as you guys know, we have a feature now in-game called SSP conversion. And with SSP conversion, when you decide to SSP convert a particular unit, you end up having to use like a lot of weapon upgrade materials, also like technical journals from different series, in order to get those SSP conversion levels up. So you're going to find yourself running out of this particular material soon. And while, yes, you can easily go back and just farm those, it does take a lot of time. It is pretty tedious. So what I would personally like to see in the Capital Shop and the G Shop is ways to purchase those generalized, let's say, technical journals. For example, like technical journals from like Iron-Blooded Orphans, the generalized ones, or maybe from like Mobile Suit Gundam. Maybe they can put like a monthly or a bi-monthly pack that like contains like a certain amount of them. So that way it'll alleviate the farming that we'd have to do, especially for those of you that are newer players. This will definitely give your account a jump start, especially if you do have some SSP conversion medals in your inventory, so that way you could, you know, get a head start, get that unit that you want to like a full upgrade, have it, you know, close to being on par to a UR unit, and be able to enjoy the game further. Because right now, when we take a look at the, for example, the Capital Shop, that's all that we really have there. There's no like SSR mats, there's no SR upgrade materials, and I think if they added like the generalized technical journals, even the specified ones, like let's say like on a monthly rotation, I think that would be really cool. Or for the G Shop, let's say like for like a monthly thing, they added like a technical journal selector from like specific SSR development units that you could develop, especially the ones that require quite a bit of farming. For example, the Barbatos Lupus Rex, man, that thing takes a lot of farming, and knowing how atrocious the drop rates are for those specific technical journals, it would be nice to have another way to earn them. Speaking of the G Shop, I think something that they also could potentially improve upon anniversary is this monthly one-time remaining for the SSR unit limit break material. Personally, I think this should be up to 3, not just 1. I know we got the SR to 3, but having this up to 3 would be very helpful. For example, I know, again, a lot of the technical journals for particular SSR development units, you know, take a long time to drop because the drop rates are so bad. And I have found myself finding a lot of value buying these and actually using them on those units to alleviate the amount of farming so I could save my AP and use it for something else. So if they can also up that, I think that would be great. So that's a little bit of content of, you know, in terms of like quality of life that I would like to see in terms of seeing where this game could go and having them implement it for the anniversary. Okay, the other thing that I want to address that I think they could definitely improve upon for the anniversary in terms of quality of life. So we're going to go ahead and jump into a main story stage here. First off, This 3 remaining skip for these hard stages, I think this should be upped to at least 5, especially as we know the drop rates are really, really bad for some of these specified technical journals. They could do this across the board too for like story events, for example, like the some of the story events that we've seen for, like, let's say Seed Astray or Thunderbolt. Have the hard stages be like up to 5 rather than just 3. I don't know why 3 is like their magic number, because sometimes you can even do a skip of 3 and you don't get what you need. You just get like generalized stuff. So if they want to keep the drop rates low for these, which is perfectly fine, even though it's tedious as hell, you could definitely consider adding 2 more additional skips, just to give us a little bit more to be able to earn, or potentially more to be able to earn those technical journals that we've been trying to get. Not only that, but for the normal stages, they cap it out at 3. And yes, you could refresh it by spending your diamonds, but why on earth would you want to do that? And not to mention, for the actual story events, again, for example, Thunderbolt, or even the SD Gundam event that they did several months back, the normal stages don't have a cap on the skip. And I'm referring to like the ones where, like, you do the hard stages first to get like the like the medals or the tickets to be able to challenge the boss, and then you can also go back to the normal and you could like do it at like a maximum amount based on your AP, or you could like adjust it to how much you want. I don't know why those normal stages don't have a cap, but this one does. And then if you want to reset it, you need to spend diamonds. I personally think, at least for the normal story stages, they should remove this cap entirely, so that way we don't have to... I mean, truth be told, nobody should be spending diamonds to refresh the 3 out of 3 remaining for the normal stages. But I just think, personally, it would be a nice quality of life for them to completely remove this from the normal stages. So then that way we could skip as much as we want or as little as we want without any type of penalty or something like that. So that's going to be something that I would definitely want to see as like a quality of life that they could potentially add for the upcoming 1-year anniversary. And finally, going back to technical journals, okay? So we're going to just take a look at the hard stage here. Right now, I'm in the midst of trying to farm as many of these particular technical journals here for Zadra, because Zadra looks absolutely cool. I want to max limit break it. I want to take it to some content. And as you can see right now, I have 8. I need to get a few more so that way I could get it max limit broken. But again, the drop rates are really bad. Something that I've mentioned time and time again on my streams when I stream this game is what they could potentially do is have like an exchange shop where you could take your excess like generalized development materials or technical journals for this particular series and like exchange them for an SSR development material or technical journal of your choice. For example, they could do maybe like 20 of these Gundam Age, and you could convert them into one of the SSR development unit journals of your choice. I think having something like that would definitely be beneficial. Again, it alleviates the farming. It makes this live service gacha game a lot more enjoyable. Again, this game is already enjoyable. They've done a lot to definitely improve the game since it launched, but I do think some of these small minor details is something that they could definitely consider when implementing it for the 1-year anniversary. Because again, 1-year anniversary is big. Some gachas don't even make a 1-year anniversary based on the decisions that they make. But as you've seen, this game has been getting top grossing, minus Thunderbolt. We don't know why Thunderbolt didn't get top grossing, but we've been getting top grossing. So this game is doing well. So they could definitely make it even better by adding these little tidbits of quality of life to make our experience a lot better. So that's going to be my first anniversary countdown video. This is going to be my personal suggestions to add quality of life for this game. Again, I'm not the only ones that share the same sentiment. People in my Discord community have been talking about this as well. We talk about it all the time on stream. Just ways to further improve the game. That way, even though the grind is fun, we can make it less tedious and still overall enjoy the experience that this game brings us. But you guys let me know in the comment section below, what kind of quality of life do you guys want to see added, particularly for the anniversary? That way, the overall experience in playing SD Gundam G Generation Eternal is further improved, and also it'll help essentially the shelf life of this game, because these gacha games will not last forever. Eventually, we will see an end of service, but it's definitely very early for this game. So what do you guys want to see added, especially for anniversary, to make this game an even better experience? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys again for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and stay blessed, everybody.